did you really appreciate, imitate, copy, enfold from your dad?
Well, my dad came up the rough side of the mountain. As he used to preach, he came up with the mud of the rice fields of South Carolina between his toes. He was called to preach in his early 20s with a 6th grade education. And he talks about trying to push ahead with that education and doing the liturgy, which we call the Decalogue, and could hear the people snickering. And he looked up, sweating, and they were, especially young people, laughing because he couldn't read. My dad was born in 1899. So in that time, there wasn't adult education. He went back to the 6th grade and had a younger sister in that. There was no adult seats, so he was sitting at a little desk, and he said he had to tell his sister, because he could see she was ashamed, that you don't have to tell them I'm your brother, but I have to get an education. And he did that up until about the 10th grade. Allen University, college at that time, then began to deal with adult education from high school. Went through, got his bachelor's, his master's, became a college dean, bishop of the church. And his major was English. So he was your classic preacher that you don't hear it much anymore, but where you end with a poem or a hymn. And he was also a civil rights man. We went on sit-ins with him and wade-ins before Martin came. I remember when the Black Power movement broke out, and I was sitting at the table. At that time, we had taken over the administration building at BU and what have you. And he said to me, what makes you so radical? Why are you like this? And I said, you. He said, me? I said, yeah. I said, the first march I went on was with you. The first person I seen go to jail was you. And he said, okay. But all of that was in his preaching, but that time it was intro, 3 points, and a climax. But he was good at it. Yeah. And I remember once he was invited to preach at the jail. And my dad was older than I because he started so late. When I was born, he was 44. And I was saying to myself, oh, he can't go to the jail. He's not going to be able to relate to these men and this and that and the other. And I went with my heart in my mouth, uneasy for him and the reception he would get. And when I looked up, those men were at his feet. And the way I told him once is, you make me envy your poverty. Because when he would preach about where God found him and what God did for him and what God can do for you, that resonated with our people at that time in a major way. So I sat under him.